out. The youth is going through the most. The youth is depressed. The youth is suicidal. The youth is going through the most. And the one thing you want to worry about is who puts it in whose
Hi
ass.
guys, welcome to Celeb Villa SA, where you get the latest news on all things trending and newsworthy. Now do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss any of my uploads. Ngizwe Mchunu was quick to set social media on fire when he decided to come for the LGBTQIA community, where he was inciting violence after the marriage of a gay couple, where they wore Zulu traditional attires. He had a lot of people behind him advocating for the hurt of the LGBTQIA community. Initially, Somizi didn't say much, however, he did make a short clip where he was packing his stuff and leaving after he was told that he needs to take the rest of his people out of South Africa. Somizi now, though, has come live to speak his side.
So here's my take on this. Hello, Lwazi. My take is that there was a missed opportunity to educate each other. There was a huge opportunity to educate each other that was missed. And here's why I'm saying this. Like, for instance, I'm Zulu. I did not know ukuthi kunemvunulo that is not supposed, that is only, that can only be worn by the royal ebukhosini, right? I did not know that. And just to show it as fun, like Handa as well, with all the anger and the noise that has been happening, I was able to find something that I can learn from it, which I learned ukuthi kunemvunulo egqokwa ebukhosini kuphela, that only the royal family or the royal household can wear, and not anybody else or everyone else. And that was a teachable moment for me, and I believe that it should be respected. You understand? It should be respected. That is not even negotiable. And I'm encouraging everyone to do that. Because now, also in the LGBTQ plus community, there's people who are saying, now so we're going to buy this Mvunulo thing and ton. And I'm like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Two wrongs don't make a right. Their tone was wrong. Their tone was rude. Their tone they need to be held accountable for it because they incite violence. And we live in a very beautiful country where everyone has the right, human right, to be who they want to be anywhere, anytime. So you can't be telling people to leave South Africa just because they are gay. You can leave. Bye-bye. Sharp. So two wrongs don't make a right. So I'm encouraging the LGBTQ plus community not to fall into that trap, because now they would want a reason to justify their rudeness and their violence. Don't do that. Somebody's asking, why is it sold though? It's not supposed to be sold then. Because Nama didn't know. Nama would have bought it. I would have bought it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Let's respect the culture and the tradition, right? It's not supposed to be sold. It's supposed to be made only for the royal family, sharp. And then there's other traditional regalia that can be bought and sold. Yabo? His tone was out of Tonton, out. And he needs to learn a lesson, because he's encouraging other people, for the fact that he has people who believe that gay people must leave the country, for the fact that he has people who would take their time to have that mini match. You understand? It means there are people who can believe in Magati, let there be violence against gay people. And also, what's fun is that to them, a gay man is somebody who has nail polish, who wears makeup and hair and tontoni. They would be shocked to find out within that match, there are gay men. That is the craziest part. But Mabangati, every gay man, upuma intutula, in that match, there will be 10 people that would have intutu. You understand? So, my plea to the rainbow community, use your emotional intelligence, use your emotional maturity, not ukuthi is on an eye to an eye. We were not raised like that. Nope. We were not taught to do that. Nope. People should be held accountable for inciting violence, but let's not make things worse by disrespecting the tradition and the culture. There was a teachable moment there, please, guys. There was. Imvunulo ayigqokwa unoma ubani. Okay. But the Human Rights Commission has to do something to make sure this does not continue. He needs to know, this guy, you can't just wake up today and think. And also you can tell their anger is misdirected. There's so many things that are going on here. There's illegal people that are taking the jobs, illegal people that are overcrowding the place. There's crime. There's government corruption. There's 95% unemployment rate. The youth is not employed. The youth is going through the most. The youth is depressed. The youth is suicidal. The youth is going through the most. And the one thing you want to worry about is who puts it in whose ass. And then you're going to worry about wasting the entire day. Kunabelungu abagqoka imvunulo. I've never had an uproar. Kunamandiya agqoka imvunulo. I've never had an uproar. There's GBV. Young kids and girls and women are killed and raped every single minute. Not even hour. Minute. As we speak now, there's a girl who's screaming. There's a girl who's terrified of the perpetrator living with them that's gonna wait for the lights to switch off and molest them. But you worried about who puts it in whose ass. And you march, guys, for the whole day. Only to be turned back. Right? Pilani says this does not deserve my attention. It does, my baby. It does. Because if I keep quiet for too long, my talking about it could prevent certain things to happen. Because people need to know, you can't just wake up and say people must be killed. And then if people like myself keep quiet, then there's a problem. People like myself should not match the energy. No, they should not match the energy. There's human trafficking, yes, I see that. They should not match the energy. But at some point, people like myself that have a voice on a platform need to speak. Yes, there's billions of friends that are taken by corruption. There's corrupt political parties and corrupt political members of parliament. And we can't just be now spending 65 days talking about this. It was, and what they did, it's Samazulu, man. Imagine ubaba athi yomashela amagay. Imagine umalume wakho indoda yakho baboshiwe abayi-12 khona manje. Baboshiwe abayi-12. Uyamntwana uyabuza kusasa esikoleni ubaba bakho uboshiweleni beka mashela amagay. Imagine. So, all in all, a lesson learned here is that respect goes a long way. Tone changes everything. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. You learned now, certain things, walking away or keeping quiet does not make you equal. Yeke umuntu arasa qede maqeda breathe then maseka ready ukukhuluma nawe kahle njengomuntu ukhuluma naye. Sometimes walking away completely does not make you equal. Know which battles to fight, know which battles to respond to, know which actions you need to react to. Not just everything and anything. Never confuse my sexuality for weakness. Never. Don't. And I'm not even talking, I'm talking even physically. Never confuse my sexuality for weakness. Never confuse. Never confuse my wearing weaves and tonton for weakness. It's just that I am a better person and a bigger person at that time, but I can't be a bigger person forever. So le match lena if besifuna nathi bengahlangani, but it's not going to end well because people are going to die on both ends. People are going to die. Ngaqhuma baba, ngaqhuma. But let's not go there. It's not worth it. Guys, life iwani life mayihambile uhambile guys. Abathi ngoba bolwela itabani uzobuya futhi uyafa fi cabang. Imagine. All right, guys, we live in a beautiful country. Imagine, and I feel sorry for homophobes, guys. If you're homophobe, and a lot of people bebefihla ubuhomophobia babo ngalento lena, use this thing as if by protecting culture. No, I'm a homophobes. Ungaziwe worked up, so you could have just corrected the people. Guys, never do that again. Where's the video? Ayenziwe into sona ngicela ningayenzi into sihlonipheni. That's it. Baya bafihla ubuhomophobe babo, but disguise ngalento lena. I'm a homophobes. Unfortunately for homophobes, guys, asike Ghana la, asike Nigeria la, guys, asike Kenya la, asike Tanzania la, sisa South Africa bafethu uyonyanzwela sinama routes. You can be whatever you want to be as long as ingahlukumeza omunye umuntu. You can be sinama rights, and angeke ariverseke, angeke khohlwa. So my homophobe funeka hambe wena, funeka hambe wena ke mawunenkinga, funeka kuhambe wena ngoba ama gay kudala akhona before. And the fact that ngibazwele ngithi yazi kunabo baba believe ukuthi yimi engaqala lento yobu-gay. Kunobaba somewhere obelieve ukuthi yimi oqale ubu-gay. Ngavuka nje mina ekseni ngadla i-apple or ipiyeri ke ngathi uAdam udla i-apple, mina ngadla ipiyeri and then ngaba gay, and then ngayiqala into yobu-gay. Ngivele ngibone lapho ukuthi shema man guys, yazi sine opportunity yokufundisana and you know, there's a part of me that feels for them, lababanye, not law rasayo, lababanye, because abazi guys, the only thing they know ukuba indoda, even not the way batreata ngayo amakhosikazi abo, that's what they grew up knowing. So abazi guys, you know, that's the part enokungiphatha kakhulu ukuthi abazi lutho laba balana bacama ukuthi nje ubutabane ukudlana nje kuphela. Abazi ukuthi you are born gay, you are born lesbian, you are born whatever. Abazi, you know, there's ngathi bahlanyiswa ile ukuthi unkosikazi manje indoda singathatha isibongo sika senkosikazi, you know. So it's also the fear of the unknown, abazi. And I'm not trying to defend justify le nto abayenzayo. Most of them abazi. Guys, people are easily manipulated. Human beings are easily manipulated. The fact that kunabantu ababelieve ukuthi mabakuspray ngedoom uzophola. The fact that kunabantu ababelieve ukuthi mawuphuza umchamo weqhude uzoba rich on tontoni. People, human beings are easily manipulated. So to a certain extent, I do feel sorry. You know, yeah, they think being gay is a lifestyle, which also I don't blame them, because there are people who treat it like it's a lifestyle. I mean, I've dated guys about being like I've dated guys about being, but they're in the closet, and they are the ones also who would sit around groups and say homophobic stuff. And then one day also umuntu uyenza because we experiment or we feel, and it's found out. Then they're like, I want to portray a face, and they think everybody's like that. So we can teach each other without being rude to each other. Yes, Joel, we although we can't spend our entire lives teaching people about ourselves, they must want to learn. Same thing with racists. We can't be explaining ourselves that we are black, we are intelligent, we are human, and don't. We deserve and we qualify. They must want to learn more about black people, because they think everything black is inferior, everything black is not worthy of certain things. They have decided that, so you can't now then spend the rest of your life teaching people about you. Straight people don't wake up and teach everyone else about themselves. So why must I spend the rest of my life teaching people? They must ask then if they don't understand. You understand? That particular attire the guy wore is reserved for royalty, apparently. If I understood correctly, I could be wrong. Yes, apparently that attire is reserved for royalty. And that could have been a teachable moment. You understand? They could have that guy could have gone to social media and addressed it with bafethu. Kuso. Sesizela nabanye futhi nakusasa. Ningayenzi lento leyo, ayenziwe into enjalo bafethu. Shadani ningamadoda ninodwa, shadanani ningamadoda ninodwa. Gqokani i-traditional outfit egqokwa makushadwa. Ningagqoki i-outfit egqokwa ebukhosini. Ngiyabonga. That's it. All I heard was, and then from then on, angisakumameli mina, and angisakuhloniphi. Even that guy can come back and apologize. He's expressed how he feels about gay people and myself in grand way. But I'm not gonna now think wonke amaZulu anjalo. No. The Zulu nation is the most one of the most, not the most, one of the most nations that is warm, hospitable, loving, and don't.